You probably know the feeling all too well. Waking up in the morning, stretching your arms, and suddenly that sharp, dull, or aching pain shoots through your knees, hips, or hands. Morning stiffness is one of the most common complaints for people over 60. Some even joke that their body makes more noise than their alarm clock, with all the cracks, pops, and creaks. But beneath the humor lies a real struggle. Joint pain can slow you down, keep you from enjoying your day, and make even simple tasks, like opening a jar or taking a walk, feel like climbing a mountain. Here's the good news. While joint pain is common, it doesn't have to control your mornings. And no, I'm not talking about adding another pill to your medicine cabinet. The secret may already be in your kitchen. Certain foods, everyday foods you can find at the grocery store, have natural anti-inflammatory powers. By simply adding them to your meals, you can give your joints the oil they need to move more smoothly, reduce morning stiffness, and even protect your body in the long run. Why food? Because what you eat either fuels inflammation or fights it. Think of inflammation as a small fire burning inside your joints. Over time, that fire can damage cartilage, tighten tissues, and make movements painful. But the right foods act like water. They cool down the flames, reduce swelling, and allow your joints to move more freely. You don't need complicated supplements with long names. You just need a few delicious ingredients on your plate. In this video, I'll share 5 powerful anti-inflammatory foods proven to help seniors ease joint pain. These aren't exotic superfoods from faraway lands. They're simple, affordable, and available at your local market. Each one has been studied for its effect on inflammation, and together, they form a natural toolbox to fight morning stiffness. And here's the twist. One of them doesn't just soothe your joints, it also protects your heart, giving you a double benefit. So before you reach for painkillers every morning, imagine this instead. You enjoy a tasty breakfast or snack, and slowly, over weeks, you notice your knees don't scream as loudly when you get out of bed. Your hands feel less stiff when you button your shirt. Walking around the block becomes more comfortable. That's the power of food working silently, day after day. Let's start with the first food on our list. It's sweet, juicy, and often thought of as a tropical treat, but it hides an enzyme that works like nature's ibuprofen. Yes, I'm talking about pineapple. Let's talk about pineapple. Most people think of it as a sweet fruit you enjoy in summer, maybe in fruit salad or on top of a slice of ham. But here's what many seniors don't realize. Pineapple is one of nature's secret weapons against inflammation. Hidden inside this golden fruit is a natural enzyme called bromelain. Don't worry about remembering the fancy name. Just think of it as your body's gentle helper that works behind the scenes. Bromelain has been studied for decades. Researchers noticed that people who ate pineapple regularly seemed to have less swelling and recovered faster from injuries. Later, they discovered that bromelain helps break down proteins that cause inflammation in your joints. Imagine your joints as hinges on a door. Over time, dust and rust can make those hinges stiff and squeaky. Pineapple acts like a little helper with a rag, gently wiping away the buildup and allowing the door to swing more freely. That's how it can feel when inflammation starts to calm down. Now you might be thinking, do I have to eat a whole pineapple every day to see the benefits? The answer is no. Even a modest portion can make a difference if you include it regularly. A cup of fresh pineapple chunks, that's about the size of your fist, can give you enough bromelain to support your joints. Some people enjoy it as part of breakfast, others add it to smoothies, and a few even like grilling pineapple rings for a warm, caramelized treat. However you prefer, the key is consistency. And here's something seniors often ask. What about canned pineapple? Is it just as good? Unfortunately, canned pineapple usually doesn't have the same effect. That's because the heating process used in canning destroys much of the bromelain enzyme. It's still a tasty fruit, but it won't give you the same anti-inflammatory punch. If you want the joint benefits, fresh pineapple is the way to go. Frozen pineapple is also a good choice if fresh isn't available. Just make sure it's not loaded with added sugar. Beyond easing joint pain, pineapple comes with other gifts. It's rich in vitamin C, which supports your immune system and helps build collagen, the protein that keeps your skin, cartilage, and bones strong. Seniors often worry about thinning skin, weak joints, and slow healing. Vitamin C plays a big role in addressing those concerns. When combined with bromelain, pineapple becomes more than just a snack. It's a kind of natural maintenance worker for your body. Another benefit? Pineapple can help with digestion. As we age, our stomachs sometimes struggle to process heavy meals, leaving us feeling bloated or sluggish. Bromelain helps break down proteins in food, making digestion smoother. So while it's helping your joints, it's also giving your stomach a break. That's a win-win for seniors who want to feel lighter and more comfortable after eating. Now let me address a small caution. Pineapple is naturally acidic, which means if you eat too much at once, it can sometimes irritate your mouth or upset your stomach. The trick is balance. A small cup is enough. You don't need to eat half a pineapple in one sitting. And if you're taking certain medications, like blood thinners, it's always wise to check with your doctor before adding large amounts of pineapple to your diet. Bromelain can make your blood a little thinner, which is helpful for circulation, but you don't want it to interfere with prescribed medicine. Picture this. You wake up in the morning with stiff knees. Instead of just reaching for coffee, you prepare a small bowl of pineapple alongside your breakfast. Over time, you notice the swelling in your fingers is less. Walking feels easier. Your joints are slowly but surely thanking you for the habit. That's the quiet, consistent power of pineapple. It doesn't work like a pill that forces quick relief, but it gently builds a healthier foundation day by day. So, the next time you pass by the produce section, don't just see pineapple as decoration for fruit trays. Think of it as a golden ally for your joints. Your knees, hips, and hands might just surprise you with how grateful they feel. Now let's move from the tropics to something smaller, sweeter, and often thought of as a treat. Cherries. At first glance, they just look like bite-sized fruits you might enjoy during summer. But these little red gems are loaded with something special. Natural compounds called anthocyanins. Again, no need to memorize the name. Just think of them as tiny soldiers that march straight into your joints to fight inflammation. Scientists have been fascinated by cherries for years because of how powerful these compounds are. In fact, several studies have shown that cherries can reduce the same type of inflammation that causes arthritis pain. People who eat cherries regularly often report fewer flare-ups, less stiffness, and even better sleep. That's right. Cherries don't just help your joints. They can help you rest more peacefully at night too. Here's why. Cherries, especially tart cherries, naturally contain a small amount of melatonin, the hormone your body uses to regulate sleep. As you get older, your body produces less melatonin, which can make falling asleep harder. By eating cherries or drinking tart cherry juice, you're giving your body a gentle nudge toward deeper, more restful sleep. And when you sleep better, your body has more time to repair and calm inflammation. It's a cycle that works in your favor. Now you might be wondering, do I need to eat a bucket of cherries every day? Not at all. Even a small serving can make a noticeable difference. About 1 cup of fresh cherries or a small glass of tart cherry juice is enough to deliver those anti-inflammatory benefits. If fresh cherries are too expensive or hard to find year-round, frozen cherries are a good alternative. Just make sure they're not coated in syrup or extra sugar. For seniors dealing with arthritis, cherries can feel like a sweet form of relief. Imagine starting your morning with a handful of cherries instead of cookies, or swapping out a sugary dessert for a bowl of cherries with yogurt. Not only are you satisfying your sweet tooth, but you're also feeding your joints something that helps them heal instead of hurt. Another little-known fact is that cherries can reduce levels of uric acid in the body. High uric acid is a major trigger for gout, which is one of the most painful forms of arthritis. If you've ever experienced a sudden, throbbing pain in your big toe, you know how debilitating gout can be. Studies show that people who eat cherries regularly have fewer gout attacks. For seniors at risk of gout, this is a simple, natural way to protect yourself without always relying on medication. And let's not forget the heart. Like pineapple, cherries pull double duty. The same compounds that calm inflammation in your joints also support your blood vessels and improve circulation. Over time, this means less stiffness not only in your knees and hands, but also in your arteries. Think of cherries as little helpers that keep your blood flowing smoothly while keeping your joints flexible. Of course, moderation is important. Cherries are naturally sweet, and if you eat too many at once, they can cause a bit of stomach upset or diarrhea. A small cup a day is plenty. If you're drinking tart cherry juice, choose one without added sugar and stick to about half a glass to 1 glass per day. Picture this. You're sitting on the porch in the evening, a bowl of cherries beside you. You pop one after another, savoring their sweetness. A few weeks later, you realize your hands don't ache as much when you knit, garden, or grip the steering wheel. Your sleep feels more refreshing. That's cherries working quietly, gently, without any fuss. The beauty of cherries is that they make healthy eating feel indulgent. Unlike some healthy foods that taste bland, cherries are naturally delicious. They remind you that taking care of your joints doesn't always mean giving things up. Sometimes, it means enjoying more of what nature made sweet. If cherries are the sweet little helpers for your joints, then salmon is the king of anti-inflammatory foods. It's not just delicious. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats that work like natural lubricants for your joints. Imagine the hinges on a rusty door again. Omega-3s are like a drop of oil that helps those hinges move smoothly, preventing squeaks, grinding, and stiffness. As we age, our bodies naturally produce fewer anti-inflammatory compounds, and the wear and tear on joints adds up. That's why morning stiffness feels worse after satiety. But omega-3s can step in to calm inflammation and even slow down the breakdown of cartilage. In fact, studies show that seniors who eat fatty fish like salmon at least twice a week report less joint pain, better mobility, and even improved mood. Yes, you heard that right. Salmon can boost your mood. Why? Because omega-3s also support brain health. For older adults, that means sharper memory, less risk of depression, and overall better mental well-being. Think of salmon as food that nourishes both body and mind. While it eases the ache in your knees, it also gives your brain the clarity it needs to keep enjoying life fully. Now, how much salmon should you eat? Experts recommend about 2 servings per week. A serving is about the size of your palm. That's not a lot, but it's enough to make a difference. Grilled, baked, or even pan-seared salmon can be a simple addition to dinner. Just be cautious with frying or adding heavy sauces. The healthier the preparation, the better your joints will thank you. Some seniors worry, isn't salmon expensive? It's true that fresh salmon can cost more than other proteins, but you don't have to eat it every day. 2 meals per week is plenty, and if fresh salmon isn't always available, frozen or canned salmon, in water, not oil, can still provide the omega-3 benefits. Canned salmon also often contains tiny edible bones, which are a great source of calcium for bone strength. Another bonus for older adults concerned about osteoporosis. Beyond joints and brain, salmon has another big gift. It's a protector of your heart. The same omega-3s that soothe inflammation in your joints also reduce inflammation in your blood vessels. That means less risk of high blood pressure, clogged arteries, and heart disease. So, when you sit down to enjoy a plate of salmon, you're not only easing tomorrow morning's stiffness, you're also taking care of your most important muscle, your heart. Let's paint the picture. Imagine you prepare a simple dinner, baked salmon with a side of spinach and a sprinkle of flax seeds. We'll get to those in the next section. You enjoy it with your family, savoring the flavor. Over weeks and months, you notice mornings feel different. The throbbing pain in your hands isn't as sharp. Walking up the stairs isn't as exhausting. Your checkup shows your cholesterol looks better too. That's salmon quietly doing its job. Of course, a quick note of caution. If you're on blood-thinning medication, it's a good idea to talk to your doctor before increasing fish oil or omega-3 intake. And if you don't like salmon, don't worry. Other fatty fish, like sardines, mackerel, or trout, also provide omega-3s. But salmon is often the most popular because of its mild flavor and versatility in recipes. For seniors, salmon isn't just food. It's a form of self-care. It's proof that sometimes the best medicine doesn't come in a pill bottle but on a dinner plate. And when you combine it with other anti-inflammatory foods, the effect becomes even stronger. So next time you're planning your grocery list, think of salmon as more than a fancy fish. Think of it as one of your best allies against pain, stiffness, and fatigue. Your joints, your brain, and your heart will all be grateful. Now let's turn to something much smaller than salmon but just as powerful. Flax seeds. At first glance, they look like ordinary tiny brown or golden seeds you might sweep off the kitchen counter. But don't let their size fool you. These little seeds are loaded with nutrients that can make a big difference for your joints, your digestion, and even your heart. What makes flax seeds so special is their high content of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. While salmon gives you omega-3s from fish, flax seeds give you a plant version that also calms inflammation. Think of them as a gentle companion to salmon, helping to fight the same battle in a slightly different way. Together, they form a powerful 1-2 punch against stiffness and swelling. But flax seeds don't stop there. They're also rich in fiber, which is important for seniors in more ways than one. First, fiber helps keep your digestion regular. Many older adults struggle with constipation, which can make daily life uncomfortable. Adding flax seeds to your diet can gently support your digestive system and keep things moving smoothly. Second, fiber helps control blood sugar and cholesterol levels. That means better heart health and more stable energy throughout the day. So while your joints are thanking you, your entire body benefits too. Now, how do you eat flax seeds? Here's the secret. You need to grind them first. Whole flax seeds often pass through the body undigested, meaning you don't absorb all the good nutrients. By grinding them into a fine powder, you unlock their benefits. Don't worry, it's easy. You can buy them pre-ground, often labeled as flax meal, or grind them at home with a coffee grinder. Once ground, you can sprinkle flax seeds into oatmeal, yogurt, smoothies, or even add them to baked goods like muffins. Just a tablespoon or two per day is enough. That's not much, about the size of a spoonful of sugar, but it can make a surprising difference over time. Seniors often notice that after a few weeks of adding flax seeds, their digestion feels lighter, their energy steadier, and their morning joint pain less severe. Another bonus? Flax seeds are rich in lignans, natural plant compounds with antioxidant properties. Think of antioxidants as little shields that protect your cells from damage. As we age, our bodies face more wear and tear from stress, pollution, and daily life. Antioxidants help slow that damage, keeping your tissues, including joint cartilage, stronger for longer. Some seniors worry about taste. The good news is that flax seeds have a mild, nutty flavor that blends easily into foods. Most people don't even notice them in their oatmeal or smoothie. And unlike supplements, which can feel like a chore to take, flax seeds are easy to make part of your regular meals. Let me paint the picture. Imagine you start your day with a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with cherries and a spoonful of ground flax seeds. You don't think much of it at first. It just tastes hearty and filling. But weeks later, you notice your knees don't protest as much when you get out of bed. You feel lighter after meals, and your blood pressure numbers look a little better at your doctor's visit. That's flax seeds working quietly, without fanfare, one spoonful at a time. Of course, there are a couple of cautions. If you're new to flax seeds, start slowly. Because of the high fiber content, eating too much at once can cause bloating or gas. Begin with half a tablespoon and gradually increase to 1 or 2. And as with all high-fiber foods, drink plenty of water to help your body process it smoothly. Think of flax seeds as nature's reminder that sometimes the smallest things bring the biggest changes. They may not look like much, but inside those tiny seeds is a whole world of benefits for your joints, heart, and digestion. For seniors wanting a simple, affordable, and effective way to fight inflammation, flax seeds are a true gift. We've talked about fruits, fish, ants, and seeds. Now let's end with something green, leafy, and often overlooked. Spinach. Many seniors remember being told as children to eat their greens for strength. Back then, it may have felt like punishment. But today, science shows your parents were right. Spinach is one of the most powerful foods you can eat for healthy joints, bones, and even your heart. What makes spinach so valuable is its rich mix of nutrients. It's loaded with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron. For your joints, one nutrient stands out: vitamin K. This vitamin plays a big role in bone health by helping your body hold on to calcium and build stronger bones. That's especially important after 60, when bones naturally lose density and become more fragile. When your bones are stronger, your joints are better supported, and pain is less likely to take over. Spinach is also rich in antioxidants such as lutein and beta-carotene. Remember how inflammation acts like a slow-burning fire in your body? Antioxidants are like the firefighters that keep the flames under control. By reducing oxidative stress, spinach helps prevent further damage to cartilage and connective tissue. Over time, that means less stiffness and greater mobility. But here's what makes spinach really special. It doesn't just help your joints, it doubles as a protector for your heart. The same vitamin K that strengthens bones also supports healthy blood clotting and circulation. The antioxidants that fight joint inflammation also reduce damage in your blood vessels. And the magnesium in spinach helps relax your arteries, lowering blood pressure naturally. It's like a green shield guarding two of your body's most important systems at once. Now, you may be wondering how much spinach you need to eat. A simple handful, about 1 cup of raw spinach or half a cup cooked, a few times per week can already make a difference. It's easy to add to your diet. Toss fresh leaves into a salad, blend them into a smoothie, or sauté them with garlic for a quick side dish. Some seniors even stir spinach into scrambled eggs or soups for an effortless boost of nutrition. One of the best parts about spinach is how gentle it feels on the body. Unlike some heavy foods that leave you feeling sluggish, spinach is light but filling. It provides energy without weighing you down, making it perfect for seniors who want to stay active without feeling tired after meals. Of course, I want to share a small caution here. Because spinach is high in vitamin K, seniors who take blood-thinning medication, like warfarin, need to keep their intake consistent. That doesn't mean avoiding spinach. It just means eating a steady amount so your doctor can adjust your medication properly. Always check with your healthcare provider before making big changes. Picture this. You prepare a simple dinner: grilled salmon, a side of spinach, and maybe a small bowl of cherries for dessert. That meal doesn't just taste good. It actively works to calm inflammation, protect your heart, and strengthen your bones. Over weeks and months, those little choices add up. You wake up one morning and realize your joints don't ache quite as much. The walk to the mailbox feels easier. You feel more alive, more in control. That's the message I want to leave you with. Fighting joint pain after 60 doesn't always require complicated supplements or constant medication. Sometimes the solution is as simple as what's on your plate. Pineapple with its bromelain, cherries with their anthocyanins, salmon rich in omega-3s, flax seeds packed with fiber and plant-based fats, and spinach full of vitamins and antioxidants. 5 foods, easy to find, affordable, and delicious, yet powerful enough to change the way your mornings feel. So the next time you plan your meals, think of these foods not as chores, but as allies. Each bite is a step toward calmer joints, stronger bones, a healthier heart, and a more comfortable life. Because the truth is, your golden years should be about enjoying your time, not just managing pain. And with the right foods on your side, you can wake up each morning with less stiffness, more energy, and more freedom to do the things you love.